Hello language learners! Welcome back to Learning English with Athena. In this video, we're going to learn how to pronounce two fascinating consonant sounds. Ch and j. These sounds may seem similar to t and d, but they have their own unique qualities that add richness to your speech. Are you ready to get started and perfect your pronunciation? Before we get started, let's understand the basics. Both ch and j sounds are pronounced by pushing air over the tongue and through the teeth. The ch sound is aspirated, while the j sound is voiced. These consonant sounds are paired together because they share the same mouth position, which makes them easier for us to master. Let's focus on the ch sound first. It combines two sounds, the T represented by T and the SH represented by sh. The combination of these sounds is the sound ch. The teeth come together and the lips flare, just like in the sh sound. However, the tongue is positioned similar to that used in the t sound. The ch sound is made through the mouth and it's unvoiced, which means you don't use your vocal cords to make the sound. It's defined by the shape of your lips and the position of your tongue. And it is an affricate, which means that the sound is made by closing the flow of air but then opening it by forcing air through a narrow space. In this case, it is the tip of your tongue that creates the narrow space between it and the narrow ridge behind your upper teeth. To make the sound, you place your tongue on this ridge and then allow air pressure to push the tongue down, opening the airway. Ch, ch, ch. Good job! Now, let's move on to the j sound. The j sound also combines two sounds, the d and j sounds. Like the j sound, the teeth come together and the lips flare, but the tongue position is similar to the d sound. To produce the j sound, you create friction by first stopping the airflow with the tongue and the ridge behind the teeth, and then releasing it through a narrow gap. The j sound is made through the mouth and is voiced, which means you vibrate your vocal cords to make the sound. It's defined by the shape of your lips and the position of your tongue, and it's an affricate sound, which is a sound made by restricting the flow of air and then opening it by forcing air through a narrow space. In this case, it is the tip of your tongue that creates the narrow space between it and the narrow ridge behind the teeth. To produce the sound, touch your tongue lightly against this ridge and allow the air pressure to push the tongue down as you exhale. J, j, j. Now that you've learned the proper mouth positions and techniques for the ch and j sounds, let's understand how they're spelled. The ch sound is usually spelled with the letters C, H, as in the words choose, chase, attach, and teacher. However, it can also be written with the letter TU, as in the words culture and century. On the other hand, the J sound is usually spelled with the letter J, as in the words jar and job. But it can also be spelled with GE or GI, as in the words college, suggest, religion. Congratulations on your first step toward mastering the ch and j sounds. Remember to practice regularly to refine your pronunciation. Pay attention to mouth position, airflow, and intonation. With time and practice, you'll speak with clarity and confidence. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more language learning tips and lessons. Keep up the good work and I'll see you in the next video. Happy learning!